Italian tank destroyers are known for their robust armor. The Tier 8 Sommovente Contracaro 64 is known as one of the most overpowered tanks in the game. Then you have the Contracaro 1 Mark II with its 13 degrees of gun depression, and you finish off with the Minnow, which is just an absolute beast all around. A tank that you don't hear too much about is the Sommovente Contracaro 56. This is the Tier 7 on the line, and I honestly think that is criminal people don't talk more about this tank. It has absolutely insane armor. In fact, making our way over to Armor Inspector, we can see just how crazy it is. On the upper plate, it's about 230 millimeters thick, which is kind of crazy. That means that the majority of Tier 7s and 6s are going to bounce you when firing AP. And loading gold, because it is angled, it's upwards of 240. So, yeah, pretty strong on that upper plate. Even the lower plate's still about 170 mils thick, which means if you just angle the turret a bit and you poke at a corner, you can get that lower plate to about 180 on a Tier 7 tank destroyer. It's really the turret that is quite overpowered on this vehicle. This is what 275 millimeters of heat looks like aiming at the turret. Where's the weak spot? Well, there really isn't one. The cheek is 334, and it just goes more and more. 400, 360, 1,000 at that angle there. Yeah, essentially, if you're trying to shoot this Tier 7 in the turret when it's hull down, you can't. And when it's using gun depression, that upper plate's upwards of 250. So it's pretty strong in that regard. As long as you hide the upper plate against Tier 8s, and you only show the turret, there's only one weak spot you have, which is this tiny, tiny hatch all the way at the top that most people don't even know exists. Apart from that, this vehicle is basically impervious, and it is one of the strongest Tier 6s, Tier 7 style vehicles in the game. So let's actually take a look at the gun. Is it good, or is it really bad? Well, it's got 2,150 DPM. It's got really good pen, 210 on the standard, 270 on the gold, so very good there. Alpha damage is alright at 310. It's really just the aiming time and the dispersion that hurts this tank. It's got 4 seconds of aiming time and 0.362 dispersion. That is pretty dang awful for what is a 300 alpha gun. But obviously, when you have this level of armor, your accuracy doesn't matter too much as long as you can get hull down. Alright, here we go. In Alpenstadt, and we're in a pretty solid matchup, as we can see. This is the kind of game that you want in your Tier 7 tank destroyer. Now, the great thing I always like about tank destroyers is that you have a lot of pen. So 270 mils of premium is more than enough to deal with Tier 8s. And when you pair that with the fact that this vehicle has armor to deal with Tier 8s, there's really no downside to fighting higher tiered vehicles. It's just the fact that it's much easier to go up against lower tier tanks, to farm them, and obviously take them apart. So we are going to head into the front line, and we've got a Tiger P in the back. I'm not seeing anything else, though. Interesting. Also, yes, my nose is a little bit stuffy this morning, so if I sound a bit clogged up, you know why. Alright, so we got the Tiger P, and we actually hit him on the move, which is fairly surprising, because this is not the most accurate vehicle, as we did go over just a moment ago. So, yeah, that is a little bit surprising. We're just going to face hug him here, and I'm just going to make sure that the silencer and Tiger P cannot pen me in this face hug. Again, the armor on this vehicle is very dangerous. Look at that. We just lit that silencer on fire for 762 damage. Tiger P gets cleared. He did hit us in the hatch, though. As I said, that hatch is a weak spot, and people that know where to shoot at it will be able to hit it. But it's not really that big of a problem, as I mean, it's just tiny, especially when you're using this vehicle hull down. There's just not many opportunities you're actually going to have to hit it. So we have the Cryos in front of us, and that tank has 3,000 damage per minute. But what we have is obviously pretty solid gun depression and alpha damage. So all I realistically have to do is face hug this Cryos, and yeah, what are you gonna do? Actually, he does pen us right on the upper plate, so I might have to angle it a bit out. But Cryos, oh. Yeah, I don't think the Cryos enjoyed that. Ammo racket detonated. Alright, let's move up again. We're doing pretty good so far. You'll also notice the mobility on this vehicle, pretty good. I mean, it's not anything like a medium or a light, but the fact that you're able to accelerate up to your top speed of 36 fairly fast is always nice. We got the Magnate in the back. We're going to aim it on his track wheel. There you go. 274 damage shot right into his vehicular. We're going to reload again. We're going to put on our adrenaline. I think this guy is AFK, to be honest. Okay. Well, there you go. Finally, a great example of this tank's accuracy, just sucking there. So, in terms of the dispersion, you will miss a lot of easy shots. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. But, because the DPM's pretty good, we are able to just keep on blasting this guy. There you go. Another nice 310 damage shell. And at this point, we've done some pretty solid things. We have the SP and... oh yeah, look at that. 407 damage, high explosive, right into his vehicle. The SP is going to try and leave, and we are going to make it so that he can't. There you go. Even though the aiming time is bad on this tank, surprisingly, I didn't actually notice it being all that bad in this game. It felt pretty dang normal. Got a nice shot into the P-43. There you go. That was a very good first battle for this tank. Not only did we deal over 4,000 damage, but this was just a steamroll. And it shows where this vehicle feels so overpowering. I mean, the armor, sure, we didn't get too many bounces, but that's also because I just didn't care. We just YOLO'd right in. And with the high DPM and decent mobility, I mean, there you go, 4,220 damage. That's not even an ace. I mean, that's kind of crazy for a tier 7 tank. So let's do another game. Oh yeah, another top tier matchup. Now, again, a lot of people always wonder why in my videos I have a lot of top tier matchups, and it's because I'm playing on my press account. Now, the press account doesn't have rigged matchmaking or anything like that. The reason is because the first few games you play in any tank that you have 0 battles in is going to give you top tier matches. It's so you can get used to the vehicles. That's been known for a while. So on the press account, because I haven't played any of these vehicles, the game is giving me top tier matches for my first couple games in them. But I'm not complaining. It makes making the video on this tank a lot more fun because, I mean, I don't have to really try too much. And at the same time, it gets to show where this vehicle's armor is working in an ideal situation. So we are going to make our way up the main hill here. And, well... again, the accuracy on this vehicle, not the best. We have the mutant in front of us, and the mutant bounces. Great play, bro. We got a nice shot into the mutant. The problem is my whole team is just sitting in spawn, doing, like, literally nothing. So, that's not great. Gonna be honest there. I'm going to go low. How low can you go? we're gonna go push this type over here. What the heck am I looking at? What is this enemy team? Alright, well, I'm still gonna push the type if I can. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Don't pen me. Okay, we're good, we're good. I thought the mutant was gonna shoot me, but he didn't. Woof. Alright, let's drive up even on the Nazorn. Oh, okay. They have something camping back there. It's probably a Basoto, but it's honestly getting me pretty dang good. I will have to admit that. Tank destroyers don't have that much health, especially this one only at 1,200, so losing 600 health to a Basoto is not exactly what I like to see. Don't want to be shot by the mutant. There you go. Nice tracking shot. However, I don't think it's going to matter. I don't really know what to do here when, oof, okay, we're not dead yet. Well, there you go. Mutant's dead. That player obviously did not think too smart, and, whew, not going great, though. I will say that right now. It's going a little sussler. Alright, well, we're still alive. The Tiger P is in a very awkward situation where we have his rear, and, well, we're bringing it back. The only problem this game is that we were able to get shot in our spots that I didn't want the enemy to be able to see, obviously. And because of that, we got penned pretty dang bad. That Masoto ripped us about half of our health off, and then the Tiger P was able to shoot us in some of our other weak spots that obviously you don't want being seen. Well, if the AMX is up here, then that means he's probably not back there. Okay, well, the only problem is I don't want to get hit by that Masoto. Like, that's obviously pretty common sense. There you go. That's an important clear. This Tiger might just get me killed. Yeah, bro. Just drive off the cliff into my tank. That's really going to help me. Well, I got to turn, hopefully before... oh, boy. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. We get one shell into the AMX. Please pet him, Tiger. Okay, he actually does, which is rather surprising. I'm just going to go for it and hope that he doesn't kill me. Oh, my God. It bounced. No, no, no. Ram him. Yes! Okay, well, that was kind of huge. We have the Basoto off to the side. We get one shell into his vehicle. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Bounce me, bounce me, bounce me. No! You're doing so good. And then you wonder why you lose, and you got Logan Jones in his full health T29 camping in spawn. We did a good job, but we made some mistakes here and there, which I will definitely admit to. and that did end up causing us to probably lose the game. I mean, getting shot from that Basoto definitely caused what was an easy win to be a defeat, but I can't really complain too much. I mean, we did way more than we should have in this situation here, so it's just a really disappointing team at the same time. Make your bet, will this T-29 win this battle? I'm gonna say no, judging that he can't ban a T-43. That's very disappointing. Unsurprising. Very unsurprising. If he had been up there in the front line, just hold down, that would have been the easiest win ever. But that's what happens when you play lower tier vehicles. You're very dependent on certain tanks to do their job. But look at that. 3,938 damage dealt, 1,700 blocked. I mean, again, this tank is crazy. Its damage output and holding capabilities are basically unmatched in Tier 7. And when you're able to use this vehicle property, it's just insane. So I really like this Tier 7. I think it's a very underrated tank. There definitely are downsides. Its biggest one is that it doesn't have as much gun depression as its higher tier buddies, only 7 degrees, which means it can be a little bit weird to work, but it's still a fantastic tank, and I absolutely love playing in it. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the Semovente Contra Car 56 in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.